and welcome to another One Piece chapter review and discussion.
Monkey to Luffy.
Bro, chill, dude. Oda, chill. Are you freaking kidding me with this chapter? This chapter should be titled Eam Speaks. This was so crazy, dude. There's so many things that I can't wait to talk about. But first of all, thank you for being here.
Hi.
Thank you for hanging out.
Hello.
Thank you for tuning in live or for watching this back later. Love ya. This chapter was absolutely insane. Like, all these chapters have been. But, I mean, really going through and unpacking every little tiny piece of information that we get has been so fun this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bummed that we're going to be going on break next week. But chapter 1084, the attempted murder of a celestial dragon. Going to be a lot of polls, going to be asking you guys a lot of questions, wanting to know your thoughts on some of these things, some of these potential, like even reveals maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're someone who believes that Eam's identity was actually revealed this chapter. But Mehgan, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I don't think it's Lily.
You don't think it's Lily?
Mm-mm.
You know, again, as I go through everything, because that's like, for me, lore over everything, baby. Come on, dude. Lore over everything. And we get a lot of it here. And again, there's so many questions that I have. And it's going to be a very interesting prediction segment of the live, too. Because I do, you know what's funny? When we start these lives, these chapter reviews, these discussions, I come in with like pretty confident predictions. And then after I talk things out and I look at the chat, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just wild, dude. Maybe I'm way off. But I just want to give a quick thank you and welcome to Ride Cool. You know, we got Rumham, Bendover, Gabe Ruiz, Winston with a lot of numbers in it. Just welcoming a few people to the chat. GDJ. Yeah, okay. So, of course, this chapter we got to talk about Lily. The reveal of Lily, Cobra's discussion with the Gorosei, Eam showing up, the Phantom Room, Bonney and Sabo. There's so many things. I want to start just going through the chapter, and then as these things kind of pop up, we can expand on them further. Again, I'm going to make a lot of polls because I got to know how you guys are feeling about some of these things. So let's just jump right into it. But before we do, we did get, I believe, our first donation of the stream. Let's freaking go, dude, from Shiny Yee, who says, Vivi, TT, Lily, or everybody's pronouncing it Lily. There's a note at the end of TCB that kind of explains the pronunciation a little bit more. So again, I'm going to say Lily. I want to know all of the family now. Same. Whether Emu or Eam is Lily or not, they have a connection to this person, which means that they are from the Void Century. They have lived at least 800 years. There's a couple theories going around, people looking back at previous chapters. There's a chapter in Skypiea, I think it's 220 or something like that. Could be wrong, but where I think Sanji and Zoro are inspecting this sunken ship, and they find a picture. But other people have come out since then and said, like, the identity of Chopper, I think, deduced, or someone deduced, Robin even, that that ship that sank was a ship that sank 200 years ago, not 800 years ago. So, and the skulls or the remains were a man's remains. So a lot of people debunking that, but there's still a lot. Still a lot, dude. So first of all, let me switch over because we got a lot of cool color spreads, some colored images. One that really riled everybody up. Let me just switch over real quick. Here we go. Okay, the first one is this one here. This one here is of the king of the pirates. That's right. Luffy looks so fucking cool. And it's always nice when you get a nice colored image of Luffy to throw in that thumbnail, baby.
The red.
Yeah. Because I spent so much time like, okay, what? I go back and forth all the time on like, I can't include a character from this chapter because it's not officially out. But what about the last chapter? But then what if people think we're talking about the last chapter? So it's got to be Luffy, but it's got to be a certain kind of Luffy. Luffy's got to have a certain kind of expression. It's a whole thing. So when we get a beautiful colored image of Luffy like this,
The king,
it makes my job a lot easier. So we got that. We got the what a lot of people are saying are the ladies of One Piece, which I only say it that way because of one particular person in this color spread that, again, dude, some of these people are fucking wild, man.
the discourse.
The discourse. There was a lot of memes on Twitter about it. Let me see. I think I even have one pulled up because there's so many cool things that are revealed in this chapter. So many. And people are really hung up on one aspect of it. Where is it? I had it saved. I just have so many tabs open. It's kind of ridiculous. But it's just a dude at a press conference. And it's this one. This one. It's this one right here. It's so funny, dude. It's this one. Yeah. Oda revealing all the secrets of the world. Color spread with Yamato and the girls. Yeah, dude. I mean, really the only thing I have to say about that is if you're just somebody who's using any excuse to say that, or
to be a bigot in general,
to be hateful,
that's it.
Just to be hateful. That's honestly it. If you're using this as like evidence to back up your fucking hateful ass
like,
arguments.
See, I fucking called it, and that's why all of these people need to be stopped. It's like, okay, you're using this as an outlet. You're using this as an opportunity.
Yeah. All I gotta say about that.
The only thing I will say about it is that it's kind of, I mean, it's a lot on both sides, right? It's super on both sides. It could be very negative on both sides. Like, people are saying like, oh yeah, Oda needs to like be stopped. Like, this is the last time. And that I don't agree with, because we do, like, there is representation of the LGBTQ plus community in One Piece. Like, there is, like, we have Ivankov, we have Bon Clay, Okiku, like clear and like actual.
And that's amazing. That's beautiful. That's
characters
that's
in the
story. I love about One Piece.
Yeah. So to call like Oda, completely homophobic or transphobic, I just don't think is a true statement at all. That's when it kind of teeters on being hateful on both sides.
Yeah. So,
just don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be hateful. If you're using this as fuel to or evidence to fuel your hateful arguments, then you fucking suck and fuck you. That's all I'll say. That's pretty much it. What I do want to focus on, though, is this. This is what I do want to focus on. This is what I do want to talk about.
I have plans that I cannot share with you. I am scheming. I have plans I cannot share with you. It was so funny to see her here. I mean, like, they hate
funny.
her.
That was real funny.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I was thinking, too. I was laughing when I saw it because of how funny it was.
Gross. That's literally disgusting.
I'm a scaly.
I was just surprised.
Yeah, dude. This is the only thing that I'm interested in talking about from this cover page. And my one argument, my one problem is that she wasn't larger in the image. Okay.
To scale, she's pretty large.
No, I know.
Her thighs are crazy. Her thighs are the biggest out of any One Piece character I've ever seen. In a good way.
You're damn right in a good way. You're damn right in a good way.
We got a member comment from Luis Segura. Thank you for being a member for 8 months. Cobra has some balls.
Oh
does.
my God! The balls, the gonads on
The balls
Cobra.
on this man.
Do you know that that's one of the reasons he's actually in a wheelchair is because he can't stand up because his balls are
so
freaking
fucking
heavy.
big.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's big.
What? The fuck was that?
Anyway, D with the donation. Thank you so much.
Damn, son, where'd you
It
find
feels
this?
like Game of Thrones. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is becoming Game of Thrones pirates, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's people have said that Oda has had discussions with George R. Martin and was kind of inspired by some of their conversations. So that checks out.
Ramona Villa with the donation.
What's good, Ramon? How are you? Good to see you again. Good to hear from you again. Love you.
You guys are looking good. That red t-shirt Mehgan is wearing is dope. Oh, thank you so much. And then I just there's other characters on. If you haven't seen this is our done piece of art on a red t-shirt. I made it custom.
But we do have a red T-shirt available. We made this before we had one available. We do have it available in our on our merch site on our.
But thank you so much.
Links always in the description down below. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna start going through it now. Is that everything? Are we caught up?
Yes.
Appreciate the donation. Shout out to you guys, and shout out again everyone being here live, hanging out with us. Okay, so I'm going to switch back and make sure I got my screens all organized. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be switching back and forth, obviously, not showing every single panel. But where it begins is with Sabo meeting Bonney. Bonney meeting up with Sabo. So cool seeing them together, especially Bonney realizing that and being grateful for Sabo and the Revolutionaries for being there to help her father and even going on to entrust them with the mission of rescuing him so that she can focus on getting her papa's consciousness back.
I love how easy it rolls off the tongue when things are revealed in one piece. Like obviously when like Ace his connection to Roger was revealed, it was kind of just like now able to be said so freely. Like hearing Sabo be like, "Oh yeah, I heard about you. I heard about Kuma having a dog." I'm like, who else heard? Yeah. Like it's so funny. Like I was just like
now
again,
that the audience know,
it's like common knowledge for everyone.
All the characters know, you know.
Yeah.
And they or they always did know, but now they just say it all the time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Jewelry Bonney, Kuma's daughter? Yeah.
Duh, of course.
Nice to finally meet you. And we're like, what the fuck? How long have you guys known?
Pie Pie with a very important donation. I'm so sorry.
Damn,
I can't believe I did
where'd
this.
you find this?
Pie Pie.
Y'all can't be skipping over my girl Piranha.
Oh.
And I just want to say it's a really
Piranha look good too, dude. Piranha look real good.
Perfect choice to wear that top hat also.
Yeah.
At the beach.
Yeah. Keeps the
She
sun.
said, yeah, I'm not
off your
getting
face.
those. I'm not getting them rays.
She does not want to get burned. It's also
No.
funny because people are also circling that on the skull Luffy's holding it says king. On Nami's shirt it says queen. And they're like, Oda, we see you. And I'm like, let's shut that shit down. Shut that shit down.
No.
It's too wild.
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, dude.
It's like incest at that point. It's incestual.
Okay, so already we're getting to one of the most, I think, interesting things about this chapter, which is as they're running through the castle, guards start approaching them, and Sabo, first of all, this is what we call him a wholesome daddy. This man is the Rizzler.
La puta.
Really had a reaction to this moment.
I was
Scoops
like,
up Bonney.
I wish that was me.
You wish you were getting scooped up by
Yeah.
Sabo like that?
Yes. I was like, my heart literally like skipped a beat. Like not only because he was like running and then like hopped up. Like they didn't show that shit. He off screen that shit. But what did he do? Like
Yeah, he scooped her.
bro, and then he fucking jumped that high. Like
He scooped her.
bro, and she's like, oh, thank you. And I was like, oh my god.
I mean, this was a fucking smooth. Sabo is literally he's
The Riz
in the
King.
eyes of a lot of the world. He is a criminal, so he's literally a smooth criminal.
Bro.
He's a smooth criminal, or at least in the eyes of the government, he's a criminal. So
Bro. I
it
was
doesn't get any
like,
smoother than that, dude.
sabidito, suavecito.
Suavecito.
Game day.
The man's
La puta,
got
la puta.
game. Okay.
Yeah, but Sabo gotta chill. Sabo gotta
Mhm.
chill. Yeah. Dwayne says Sabo gotta chill. Koala don't play like that, and she will beat his ass if she finds out about this little incident. Okay.
Yeah, don't let this get back.
No.
And yeah.
But
And let's
it was
also shut this down, but let's continue it in fan art and stuff. You know?
sure.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, this was definitely a really good page, really good panel. Effortless.
Yeah, this was so crazy. He scoops her up, and then they kind of eavesdrop on what the guards are saying, and they're talking about being low on guards because of an incident. There were people who saw something, and then they mention this phantom room.
And they go, shh.
And they go, oh, don't even
Don't say that.
phantom
Don't say
room,
that
dude.
shit.
Don't even say that.
I'm sorry. I didn't get to this member comment right here, which entertains to what we were just talking about. You can't convince me Bonnie wasn't wet when Sabo saved her.
I mean, all I can say for sure is that I would have been. So if I
can
would've
only
been,
speak for myself.
Yeah,
In that moment,
I would have been. What about you, Mehgan?
it's just like it's wild.
It's wild.
It's wild.
It's super hot though.
The hand placement, the panting, like chill.
Yeah, this was a highlight for me.
Chill.
I love this moment.
Chill
Love it.
out.
Love it.
Okay. So yeah. The guards say don't talk about the Phantom. We don't talk about the Phantom Room. Don't talk about the Phantom Room.
Right. And so
And so I was like, huh?
this leads us to kind of speculate on what the Phantom Room is. It would be the most obvious thing that it is the room where Eam resides, wherever that room is. If it's a room we have seen, it could be the room that holds the giant Joy Boy or Straw Hat. It could be the flower room that we see, or it could be a room that we haven't seen yet, but because of Eam's identity being a secret, it would make sense then that this room would be a secret. They could be a phantom because they've been alive for 100 years. So much like Kinemon and the gang were called phantoms are called like ghosts because they were supposed or thought to be dead. This person being alive for 800 years, it could be that to everybody else they are called like a phantom. But when you learn of their identity, there's a price to be paid. You have to be punished. You gotta, which is
Die.
crazy because Cobra, that's something I also want to talk more about when we get there. Cobra has information, a letter passed down, but I also wonder if since Vivi has stepped into her role, if she now has that knowledge too. She for sure has to, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure has to. Whatever was in that letter, but we'll talk more about that when we get there. An interesting note though about it being called a phantom room. Now, again, I have a lot of tabs pulled up, so I'm going to kind of close them out as I go. But this is just from, I think it was Typical Joe, and it's just on Twitter. It's just an idea. I like to see what people's thoughts are, and especially if it's something that I
saw this one too.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I do want to be able to share it. So
I just wanted to shout out this
ahead.
donation before we missed it here from a beautiful lie. Imagine
Beautiful
being
lie.
a regular guard and walking in on Emu.
I know, dude.
Yeah. Just like, you're just like new. It's your first day on the job. No one told you about the Phantom Room.
No.
That was just something that no one told you about. They figured that everyone knew about it, but you didn't. And
I mean, it's obvious, dude. It's probably like not. It's probably like taped off or something.
No,
or like not easy to find.
No, the door says bathroom on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Eve's great plan. Eve's great plan is like, I mean, no one's gonna come in here if it says bathroom. Like, everybody's just gonna think it's a bathroom.
Utility closet.
And it's gonna say, yeah.
Like, oh, can you go get the what is it? The powder to clean up like spills, in restaurants that they use.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh yeah, for sure, I'll go get it. And then he enters the utility closet and it's just Eam in there. Everyone's saying like, what do they watch like Eam like twerking. People were just saying some random shit.
Is like, I like the idea of Eam sitting like he's in an office, but it's like mop buckets and everything around him. And he's like, you've entered my throne room. Now you must pay the price. Or it's funny too, there's two utility closets right next to each other. Like
one is good, one is fine, one's the real one. The other one like still looks like it. Both look like utility closets. Both are utility closets.
Both are identical,
but Eam's in one.
But Eam is in one, and so you just see the guard. He's like, "What? That's weird. There's two.
Yeah.
There's two utility closets, huh?" And then it's just 50-50 at that point. That's confirmed.
Confirmed.
But I just thought this was interesting, so I have it pulled up to share. Like I said, I got a few tabs pulled up, but this is from Typical Joe, I believe, who just says that speaking of the butterflies, it seems that Emu is interacting with the butterflies that appear in the Chamber of Flowers. Perhaps they are talking. Speaking to butterflies often appears in folklores, many of which say that butterflies are the souls of the departed. And I just think that's super interesting because that could be another, if we're saying that this room full of flowers is the Phantom Room, it's another cool reason for it to be called that.
Yeah. And someone also pointed out that the flowers in one of the panels that Eam is in are in fact lilies.
Interesting. Of course, when we're talking about Lily and that, people have been mentioning, this is what happens. One thing gets revealed and then people go back through every single chapter to find a connection. There was because when we first meet Croc, what he's doing is in Alabasta and his first introduction is him holding a lily. Like that's how we first see him. Yeah. So how people are speculating, how much did he know
about Alabasta? But I mean, I don't think that's very likely. I mean,
that's
it was a thing. But... Yeah, I mean, Croc knowing, I don't think it's as likely because, I mean, it's like 800 years ago. Like, bitch, like, I mean, only like I think only a few people know about this person because it was erased from history. She was erased. Like, she's not mentioned at all. Only the people in her, like, direct family lineage or someone, like, with ties to Arabasta would know. Like, I think. And the elders obviously are like, I don't know what she...
they're so dumb.
So sus. It's so sus. Like,
so
no, she definitely made it back. Like, no, for sure. Like, we have in our record, she definitely made it back. So, like, I don't know where like, I don't know where it got lost. Like, I don't know. But she definitely, like, I mean, not we made sure. The other people made...
Yeah, bro. She for sure made it back. Like,
for sure. For sure.
But, what do you think about Amazon Lily? Because again, when we're talking about the appearance of actual lilies, there is an island called Amazon Lily. People also speculating that she could have been the person to name that island. That island could be named after her. She could have founded it. She could have been involved in that somehow. Especially, if people want to talk about Cobra, who wasn't around 800 years ago, but the idea that you have a person also named after a snake. Everyone on Amazon Lily, there are like snakes are a big part of
saying that she didn't make it back, but she like founded Amazon Lily.
I mean, again, so much. Continuing on though, so that's where they first mentioned the Phantom Room. Now we cut to the very scary conversation that Cobra's about to have with the Gorse. It's scary because we know his fate. Like, we know what's going to happen to him. Let me just pull this up here. Yeah, so we know that this man's about to fucking die. So they ask him what he came to ask, and he pretty much goes on and he reiterates a lot of what we knew already, but there's a couple pieces of interesting tidbits sprinkled throughout. So he does mention that, he mentions the forming of the world government, how it all happened. It happened 800 years ago. There were 20. They all moved to the Holy Land to become celestial dragons, and then they needed to pretty much appoint rulers to rule the kingdoms that they left, which we learned a lot about, I think, in Dressrosa and throughout too. But what was interesting is that there's a mention here that so there would be a smooth transition of power, that all of the previous records of the previous ruler would be like completely erased.
Yes.
And I guess this does kind of make sense to me in a very like oversimplified way, because they mentioned transition of power. It does allow for more mystery. Like we could find out other celestial dragons are actually descendants or rulers of like certain islands, and that could be cool. But it's also so, I imagine it in my head that they do that so when people get upset, right? Like if people are upset with like the Riku family on Dressrosa, if there were records of like the Don Quixote family being the like original rulers, then when he does something that the people don't like, they could just say like, you're not even like the real rulers anyway. You know, it's the whole like, you're not my dad. You're not my dad. Like the Don Quixotes are. So we'll go ask them, you know, like they just do it maybe so that like there's no problems. Nobody wants to like question their authority or anything like that, you know, because how are they even chosen? I don't know. So that makes sense, but it is super interesting that it's all been scrubbed. Of course, we also know there was one kingdom that went against that, the kingdom of Alabasta, and the swords were placed around the throne as a promise that nobody would sit on it to rule. But that almost makes, in a way, it obvious that, or gives so much more credence to why Eam could be Lily. It doesn't have to be by choice. Maybe something happened to her. Maybe she was consumed by something. Maybe it was her choice. Maybe she did do it. But the way that it's worded here is almost as if to say it could be viewed two ways. It could be viewed as the swords are placed here as a promise to not sit on the throne. One person didn't place a sword there, so they were like basically saying like, because I want to sit on that throne.
Yeah.
The other interpretation of it is like, I don't want to be a part of any of this. So I'm not putting my sword here because I don't want to be a part of none of this shit.
That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah.
Interpret it. Yeah. That's how I thought about it. But I mean, again, like I'm not outruling that it's Lily at all. But I think it would be, I don't know. I mean, this is a reveal in itself. I mean, with everything about Lily and like Eam's ties to like even like being interested in Vivi. But there is like some things coming up, especially with Eam, that I'm like, oh shit, like this would be really cool. But it would also make sense given if it is Lily.
Should I just make this very simple poll right now?
Sure.
I'm just putting, is Emu Lily? Yes or no? Very simple poll. I just want to put some feelers out and see kind of where you guys are at with all of this. And then we'll let that kind of ride for a bit, and then we'll come back to it. But yeah. This is just so fucking crazy.
Declan also said the other interpretation is that the Nefertiti family is the only one left with the true tie to the throne. And that's what someone else was saying too. Like, oh, so like, you know, King Cobra's like, that's our like right, I guess, or.
I mean, he goes on to ask again, like even more about the D and all of that, which I think is coming up right here. I just don't want to get too ahead of ourselves because again, there's so many things happening. I don't want to miss anything this chapter. So this is, I think, where he says, okay, and we got to show a little bit of this panel, but this is where he says, I was going through the records and all of a sudden, after this formation,
going through the records,
I was checking the receipts
and noticed something
kind of off,
kind of different, kind of weird.
Something was a little off. Something didn't quite add up.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, Jay Garcia.
As someone said in the chat, like their gaslighting skills are like really bad. Like,
Yeah,
like
they're awful.
so bad. Like, like so suspicious.
It's like that. It's like that thing of someone saying like, yeah, like you know that thing, that trope in sitcoms where people lie at the same time and two people say completely different things and then they do that thing where they try to like,
yeah, ready, let's do it. Like, okay, so like,
so we'll just say like where Lily went.
Okay.
Okay. So Cobra's like this. Hold on, let me switch the screen. Cobra's like this. Cobra's like, hey, yeah. So yeah, like Lily just like disappeared from the records. Do you know where she went? I mean,
no, we did.
I do know.
Yeah, me too.
She went
on a boat.
In my memory, it was a big boat.
No, you're supposed to say two different things at the same time.
Okay,
that's how the timing works. It goes like 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we'll
and
do
then
1, 2, 3. Okay, where did she go?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. She went to a different
Egghead
island.
Island.
Oh, fuck!
dang it.
We're good.
Okay.
We're too good. We're too good. Okay, so good.
We're too good at gaslighting.
We're too good at gaslighting.
and lying.
We're too good at gaslighting
and being toxic. Okay.
Where did she go? 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, she
went to an after party.
Home, actually. She went home after the after party.
Yeah.
But on the way home,
she got McDonald's.
From the McDonald's. She got sick from the McDonald's. It's we're pretty good at that, dude. We're pretty good at that.
That's them, yeah.
We're pretty good. Yeah, we're the Gorosei, dude. We can teach them a lesson. They might be all powerful, dude, but they suck at fucking gaslighting.
Dwayne said, "Damn, she didn't make it to the home. That's crazy." Anyways. Josh is like a different island, just describes every island.
I know, yeah.
Oh, so funny.
Oh, shit. But yeah, so okay, so we're going to show the silhouette. And of course, again, you can never be sure if Oda is showing this purposefully to make us, because he wants us to think that Lily is Eam, but she looks pretty damn menacing here. Like the way she's silhouetted and her freaking eyes are like white. It looks scary.
She's menacing.
It looks menacing. She doesn't look too nice, and we don't know. I mean, 800 years ago, she could. What if Cobra and Vivi, everybody that we've met from Alabasta, what if they're cool? But like, what if Lily was like awful? Like, what if she was really mean? What if she's not being controlled?
Yeah, well, she was like a bad ruler.
Yeah. And what does that fucking letter say? Anyway. So yeah, he's asking him about how, like, her disappearance. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for myself because I can't see.
Luis Segura said Josh finds girl bosses menacing. Shake my head.
I mean, it's not about being a girl boss and you know it. It's about being covered in shadow, bro. If he was, King Cobra was talking about his great grandfather and he was covered in shadow, I'd say that man was suspicious.
Right.
So he talks about the 19 swords, empty throne, and then her name not being mentioned once. Like all records of her disappear. Mm-hmm. It appears she never made it back to Alabasta, and the burden of ruling the country fell on her younger brother. I really think we have to, at some point, get a Void Century flashback. We have to get... And I think, it might... I never would have guessed, like, it might be coming soon. Like, it might be...
I hope so. I just want to know what the D is.
Yeah. I want to know more about the D.
I was just going to say, I just want to get it already. Okay, this is very important. And I like where this is going. I like where this is headed. And I like this energy. And I like this theory. And it is becoming my headcanon. And I do really enjoy it. That the proportions of Eam are very small.
Is funny. Yeah.
And people are saying, because I don't know how tall Lily is. And maybe it is like the crown. I don't know. But compared to that little pillar, like, Eam is a little tiny. Eam's a little tiny person. And looking at the perspective, but even on the throne was big too.
It's tall.
But he's like, it'd be so cute. And like playing with the butterflies, like I always like the trope of like, I don't know, like an evil child
Small,
ruler.
Yeah, evil.
Yeah, and all these adults are like bowing to this like actual child. And I don't know.
I mean, we've seen. I don't know. I respect your headcanon.
I like it.
Oda has never been consistent with proportions. Like there are always times when characters look way bigger or smaller than they actually are.
I mean, I saw this tweet by Worst Gen HQ, kind of not confirming this, but it just says chills. Just got goosebumps from the last page when we get to it. This page really packs a punch. This is the final villain of One Piece. Can't wait to see more of him. His height reminds me of a kid indeed. I had read a theory a long time ago where some guy took Akira as an example. Could this really happen? If you know that theory, post it so I could retweet it.
See, I mean,
I did bookmark this if you wanted to show it at the
I'll
end.
show it. I'll show it.
But,
I'll show it now since we're talking about
it'd be so cute. Girl, she's committing atrocities. That's so funny.
I think we did get a dono if you want to shout that out while I look it up.
Carl, thank you so much. Eam has lilies in their garden seen during Reverie. Have a great stream, guys. Yeah, exactly. So it could be like that room could be maybe like a memorial room. Maybe that's why it's called the Phantom Room. Maybe that garden area.
Oh, why did it go to a Drake meme? Why did it do
Drake.
that? I mean, with the butterflies too, and what the butterflies could potentially symbolize. I don't know. I do think that I'm not ruling it out. I respect your headcanon, but I think that it's. I'm gonna say that I don't think it's a child.
I mean, the long cape, like, it just, I don't know. People were pointing out, too, that, like, oh, maybe the throne, like, doesn't it look like it was made for, like, a giant person and not, like, a tiny person? Yeah.
I think the throne's just fucking huge. I think that's what it is. But I could be very wrong. That's just me, though.
I enjoyed that. I was like,
but I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying. But it's also funny. We have actual lines of gaslighting here from the Gore saying how bad it is. I mean, they're literally like, I mean, dude, come 800 years ago? That's a long time, man. Come on. How do you expect us to know something from 800 years ago?
What do you mean?
Yeah, they're so awful. Just like so bad. So it is true of the 20 families. The Nefertali line did not move here. However, it was believed that the queen returned back to her country after the decision. I'm so sorry. But I'm afraid the details about her motives and journey are lost to the annals of history. We simply do not know. And he's like, you guys didn't even fucking check. You guys didn't even fucking look. It's like me going to Target and being like, you guys have, because Target sells manga now.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys know that. They're jumping on that bandwagon. Do you guys have the new volume of One Piece? And someone's like, no. And it's like, you didn't even fucking look. Like, just it says online that you do. It says in the app that you do.
No, we don't do that.
No, we don't. We don't carry it. No, we don't have it.
We don't do that.
Or Barnes and Noble. Yeah, Barnes and Noble. You guys got the new One Piece volume?
No. I know if they answer really quick, then it's probably because a lot of people have been asking about it.
Sure.
But sometimes like, oh, they just don't give a fuck today.
Right.
You know, they're checked out. They're done.
Yeah.
And I think they're at that point.
And you never want to be the person that's like.
I think they're at that point. They're like, okay, you want to talk just about what?
You never want to be the person that's like, can you look though?
Yeah, yeah.
Or like going to a restaurant, you know, and saying.
Oh
like,
yeah. Is there any like I don't know, like tables available?
Or because when people like when I used to work at Chili's, people would ask for things that weren't on the menu anymore. And then they would say like, but they would like look at the menu and they would see that they have all the other ingredients in all these different dishes that combined could make the dish that they want.
That's just not how it works.
So they're like, they're like, do you still serve the whatever? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, well, can you just like check with the kitchen? Because, I mean, all the ingredients are here. So, you know, if you guys have them, so can you just like check? And I'm like, no.
You're like, girl, this isn't a diner.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like everything's prepackaged.
I mean, it really
and
kind of
everything is ordered specifically to make certain dishes. And like if you have the quotas off from certain things,
That's
people
true.
are gonna everything is noticed.
Pre-portioned, little
Yeah.
baggies. I don't want
Yeah.
to crush your dreams about Chili's. I know a lot of people thought it was a 5-star restaurant, Michelin restaurant, but everything is in freaking bags, dude, and they just dump that shit onto a plate.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A beautiful lie with the donation. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
La puta, la puta, la puta.
It's your kitchen.
Depends on the next few chapters. Otis seems to be setting up a big flashback for the Void
Yeah.
Century. Hopefully soon.
I think so, too. I think
Hopefully
so too.
soon.
I think so. But this is where we actually get to see. Now, I was surprised that they included this in like a Shonen Jump chapter, but this is where we actually get to see. Let me make sure I have my screen pulled up. We actually see Cobra's giant balls. We actually get to see them right here. And I was like, whoa, isn't like Shonen Jump like for a younger audience? Like that's kind of crazy that they actually showed this man's giant freaking balls.
It's like a tanuki.
I was like, damn, dude. This man needs a 2-page spread, one for each ball. One for each ball. It's pretty wild.
Oh God.
And he says like, all right, bet. What about the D though? Like all crazy.
All right, no, for sure. Like I get it. No,
For sure,
I
for sure, for
understand.
sure.
But since I have you guys,
Yeah.
since I've got you guys, what about what's going on with the D? They go,
It's like, yeah. I can't help but comparing it to other things. Like in dramas, when you know someone knows something like really crazy and they're talking to someone who's being
Yeah.
cool, like someone who like maybe had an affair with their wife and they're talking to him and it's like, yeah, no, for sure, dude. Yeah. Why'd you fuck my wife though?
Yeah.
And people are
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen some in like cars, and there's like a group of friends, and then they're like, "Hi guys, blah blah." So like, I love my friends, and one of them fucked my boyfriend,
Yeah.
and then they all just like,
And they're all like,
"That's exactly what it is here." Yeah.
Yeah, Cobra's really giving that right here. And this is crazy. This is wild. And they're asking him, like, why do you ask? Yada, yada, yada.
Why are you? I hate when people say that. Why do you ask? It's like I'm asking you a question. Do you need to know why?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
just answer the. You're asking a why with the why, bitch. Like,
yeah, that's fucking, what do you call it? Diffusing. It's an actual, it's a word. It's a word where you're like deflecting. You're
deflecting. Yeah.
It's been a long
Diffusing.
day. You're deflecting. You're like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Just, I'll answer, but I just want,
I
why?
was like, what's the D? What is the D though? They're like, why do you ask? And he's like, oh no, I'm just like looking out for like my fitness.
Yeah. Fitness? What do you mean fitness?
He's like, oh, just fit this fitness dick in your mouth.
Fitting these giant balls in your mouth.
They go, oh.
And they're like, oh,
okay, for sure.
Yeah, the D stands for dick. Yeah. It stands for dick. But then he says, the truth is, I have a short letter. A short letter has been passed down from one generation to the next, assuming that it reveals something very important about the D. And Cobra has that knowledge. And we assume then that Vivi has that knowledge as well. Then we cut away for a little bit to Shirahoshi being freaking assaulted in the courtyard.
Jesus Christ, dude. By none other than the bitch ass fucking.
Charlos, dude. Charlos is a freaking clown. He's a freaking clown. Yeah. I mean, Charlos is one of those characters, though, that you do like love to hate so much. Like when he shows up, like he's been getting his ass like consistently whooped.
Consistently handed to him, and he's always in bandages. Like, you think he'd fucking learn his lesson. Like, you think he would learn by now. You think he would learn by getting his shit rocked multiple times. But no, he does not learn.
So when you see him here, it is kind of like, for me, I knew he was about to get his shit rocked again.
Oh, for sure. You can't just do whatever you want. He just. I mean,
he's a celestial dragon.
I know, but it's just you not to. I mean, not to like the Shirahoshi, like chill.
Yeah, he doesn't give a
You're
fuck. He's a celestial dragon. He can do whatever he wants, even if they're royalty. He wants to just capture them and take them as a slave. Her brother tries to jump in. And then he sicks Kuma on them. And it's really cool, dude, because Sai shows up, dude.
Mhm.
Oh, my God.
Where's his wife?
And is that Leo? Is the Tontata's? I always forget his name, but I think it's Leo. And Sai.
Mm-hmm.
And this is such a cool moment because he has Miosgard, I believe is how you pronounce the other celestial dragon's name. The one that's like kind of like good.
Yeah.
He thinks all the other celestial dragons are fucking garbage people, which they are. But he's like, dude, you're royalty. I know that this is your sister. I know that this is fucking awful, but let these two people handle it.
Figure it out. They don't got a country to run.
Yeah, they're pirates. Let them fucking handle.
Mhm.
And Sai's like, that means I get the green light. I'm whooping this fool's ass right now. Let's go. And he fucking, I mean, both of them do. They fucking rock him.
Rock his ass.
Rock him. And we love getting to see him get rocked, dude. This is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing. Seeing Charlos get fucking wrecked.
Yup. We got a donation from LJ916.
Shout out LJ.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Cobra is shocked due to seeing someone actually sit on the throne. Now, Emu is going to tell him what happened to Lily before they kill him
I hope so.
for knowing too much. Then Sabo sees and gets blamed for it.
I hope, I do kind of hope it plays out that way. I hope that they know they're going to kill him. I mean, it would.
Well, now.
Yeah, for sure.
Before they were, I mean, he's asking a lot of questions, but he could have left. But now they're like, oh fuck, now we really have to kill him, because he saw, because Eam just decided to make an appearance and not give a fuck. He said,
yeah, and that's when you know you're dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here, and they go, God, you just Eam. Now we have to clean up after your mess.
But it is. I know it might be just a vehicle to show the audience, to reveal things to the audience, but I do think it would be awesome if, because they know they're going to kill him, they just tell him. I know that doesn't really make a whole lot of like sense necessarily. Like, why tell him even if you're going to, but I do hope so that for us,
yes, for us,
the audience, Eam or whoever decides, like, I'll tell you a little bit about what really happened before you fucking die, so that we get to see a flashback, so we get to find out. Yeah. Then we see Morley show up to save Kuma, to grab Kuma and skedaddle, and then we cut back to the final page where Eam shows up.
He said,
and,
nice little bathroom break, and they're like, fuck.
And they're like, whoa, Cobra's still here, right?
Great Eam, great. Oh,
Eam, Cobra's like right here though.
Cobra is still present.
And he's like, you don't think I fucking know that? Or what?
No.
Eam is like, you don't think I fucking know that?
I just imagine like
I've been eavesdropping on this whole damn conversation.
Eam's voice, like, I don't imagine Eam talking very much or having like completing like full sentences.
Yeah, what do you think Eam's voice is going to sound like? Okay, yeah, let's kind of interpret what we think this line of dialogue is going to be. So you think it's going to be that? Oh, okay, like an evil Yoda.
Yeah.
Evil Yoda.
Yeah.
Lily.
No, it's not like that.
Lily. Like that.
No.
That's good. That's
how he
It's got
would
a little
sound.
Schmeagol in there too.
Yeah, exactly. I think that it's very Schmeagol. We got a donation from Mr. Fan. Thank you
Shout out,
so much. Loving this run of chapters. This break week will be painful, and Charlos looking like a stack of pancakes. Love that.
Whoa.
Yeah, he got Looney Tuned and
He got
shit.
Looney Tuned.
Yeah, he got Looney Tuned.
He got
Rightfully
turned into a
so.
pancake.
Dakota Barnes, thank you so much.
That's more?
Seeing Charlos get his booty cheeks get clapped had me
Fuck yeah,
howling
dude.
in laughter. But I admit the Tom and Jerry accordion look looks great on him, though.
Oh,
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It does.
LJ916.
Let's go, LJ.
Also with a dono, thank you so much. I also think the Phantom Room is a big cold room where the big straw hat is at, and that's why the guards were killed for seeing it.
Mhm.
Mm.
I mean, it could be Eam's chamber. It could be that could be Eam's chamber. The flower room could be Eam's chamber. It could be a room we haven't seen yet, but it definitely has to be one of those. Like where the straw hat is, where that room with flowers, or like Eames' bedroom or something. Chambers. Chambers is just a really like a more regal way of saying your bedroom. But yeah, at the end here too, they sit up upon the throne, and that's when we get the note here at the end included. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Viz does officially translate it. It might be pronounced Lily still, and they might just spell it Lili. That would be so fitting, and that would make most sense if they did it Lili and pronounced it Lily. They might spell it the other way. Who knows? But that might be a little telling, because Amazon Lily is spelled with a Y.
Yes.
So,
it would like Lily, like Vivi.
Yeah.
Eyes. You know.
Yeah. But this is absolutely insane. Okay, so now speculation, theories, and just more questions I have, thoughts I have, and I'm curious to know, Mehgan, what you think and what everybody watching thinks. I'm going to switch back to that poll now and see where we are at. So give me 1 second. Let me switch this over. Okay, so I'm ending the poll now. It's been going for a while. And it's kind of... Okay, I didn't expect this. So the question was, is Eam Lily? And 64%, so 256 people voted, 64%, the majority said no. And 35% said yes. I do lean, even though it's the unpopular opinion, I do believe that it could be. The only thing that doesn't add up for me is why. And why would Lily align themselves, put themselves in this position of power? Why would they be doing the things that they are doing and allow the things that the world government is doing to be done?
Yeah, the only reason I think that she would have would be a situation with like some type of devil fruit that we haven't seen yet. Like Eam has a very crazy ability that we've seen, and it's thought to be an ancient weapon, but it could be a devil fruit. Like, I don't know, but maybe it is like something to do with the devil fruit that she ate or was given to her or something, and they're like, okay, now you have to be trapped or something. You're too powerful.
Yeah. I do think that it could be possible. I mean, two things are possible. Actually, three things are possible. It could be a devil fruit, a separate devil fruit, something that we don't know about that has allowed them to live for so long. People have mentioned it could be that the immortality from the op fruit, the immortality was given to them. It could be even time. It could be that they are out of their own time. They were able to be sent or travel to the future. It could be a lot of things. I just can't wrap my head around, because we don't know much about Lily, why she would be doing these things, and if it is her will or she is being controlled. But I just can't imagine Eam being controlled. The other thing is, and people speculate because they are looking at the picture of Vivi during all the events of the reverie. You see Shirahoshi's picture stabbed through with presumably it could be, if it is Lily, it could be Lily's sword. But you see, either way, you see Shirahoshi's picture stabbed through. You see Luffy and Blackbeard's cut up, laying next to him, and then they're holding the picture of Vivi. You could say then this either way kind of gives a reason for why Eam was just kind of staring at it. If it was a descendant, if it was Lily, it could be that if Lily is being controlled or something, which I don't even know how much I would like that, but that they see the picture and they go, oh, this is my family.
Yeah.
Or it could be that this was a lover or a friend a friend of Lily's, like whoever Eam is, knew Lily.
That's what someone mentioned that too, and I think I just like kind of mentioned in the beginning that this is like a cool theory too. Like Scowling Barley said, I think Lily was with Joy Boy, just like how Vivi is going to join the Straw Hats again. Let me see. It's another thing here. From Mr. UFO.
You bookmarked
Straw
that?
Hat UFO, if you wanted to pull that up. I think it's pretty interesting.
Okay, if you bookmark that, I will pull it up right now.
And Hot Fart with a donation. Thank
Let's
you.
go, Hot Fart.
Whatever our theories are, we'll all be wrong. It's Oda. He'll surprise us no matter what. I agree.
That's absolutely true. And again, it could be, but I just like a crew member, like an old crew member.
That's cool.
That would be cool. I just don't want it to be like an old lover, or I don't want it to be like a romantic thing. And they're looking at the picture of Vivi because maybe Vivi looks super identical and similar to Lily, and they're like, Lily, my long lost love, the one who rejected me. I don't want it to be that.
Eam's mom is Lily.
Dun dun dun. So this is the tweet that you
Family
were
member,
referring
something.
to from Mr. UFO.
Eam is Gold Roger's ex.
It's Eam's ex, you know. So Lily, former monarch of Alabasta, the original Poseidon, an ancient weapon. The Moon Princess, who is remembered in song. Zunisha, the transformed ancient giant. It's all coming together. Perhaps we're starting to meet the members of Joy Boy's crew. Yeah, I mean, this, and again, in the same way, history, in One Piece, history obviously repeats itself. And I think the message of it can be, if we aren't knowledgeable and if we don't know the truth of our history, then we are doomed to repeat it. It is doomed to be repeated. And here it is being repeated literally. There's a literal repetition of history happening with a straw hat, someone donning a straw hat with the moniker Joy Boy or titled Joy Boy.
Gomu Gomu no Mi.
And their crew, you know, like even with the ties to the Nefertali Alabasta Kingdom, Shirahoshi, all of this. It is literally repeating itself. And this could be, Joy Boy's crew. Was Eam a member of Joy Boy's crew? I think that was Eam a member of Joy Boy's crew, or was Eam like the Blackbeard equivalent? Like what Blackbeard is to Luffy, was Eam that to Joy Boy? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I do like to think that whether it's Lily or not, that they were a member of the Joy Boy crew, and something happened. Maybe there was a betrayal, because I like when a story, if it is going on that theme that history repeats itself, I like the idea that we do find out that Eam was a member of Joy Boy's crew,
just him.
Right. Or Joy Boy, well, that would be even crazier. That would be even crazier. But a member of Joy Boy's crew that betrayed Joy Boy. Then it like starts to make us think and speculate, is there going to be a member of the Straw Hats that betrays Luffy? We know that won't be true. We know that won't happen.
We don't know.
But it would start to make us think that.
We don't know.
It would start to make us wonder.
Imagine.
For whatever reason. I mean, it just wouldn't happen. I can't even imagine it. It just would never happen. But maybe in the past it did happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we're just fucking talking. But
we're just fucking talking.
We're just fucking shitballing. What is that called? What do they call it? They don't call it
shitballing.
Spitballing.
We're just shitballing here.
They call it spitballing.
Don't mind us. We're just shitballing.
But can we start that?
Yeah, we're just shitballing over here.
I'm just shitballing right now.
Yeah.
Because when people say spitballing, it is like the idea is that it's just kind of like spit isn't as bad as shit. We're shitballing.
No, yeah, it's like we're talking shit.
Yeah, we're talking a little shit. There's also this picture here. Let me see.
Willow Davy, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you.
Shout out.
The sword being shown in the Pangea Castle way back and gone in this chapter. Then Cobra died on the floor, stabbed by his own family's sword. It's wild out here being confronted by your evil ancestor.
See, that's what that means then that if it's an evil ancestor, that it is Lily. And I don't, if there's a good explanation, a good reason, like I don't mind it being Lily. I think that would be so interesting. That would be really interesting if it was Lily because of all the questions that it raises.
Yeah.
Why? And what is in that letter? And what is the D? Is the D, like we've talked about, and that has been revealed, like literally desire? Or is there more to it? Is there a more literal meaning to it? And that's the thing, like, is the message that Lily left, is it cryptic? Is it going to be one of those things that maybe the Nefertari family has read and it's been so cryptic and so sort of like general and vague that they've taken it in a way that it wasn't like meant to be taken, so that they've become, over time, they've become kind rulers. But I don't know, maybe that's not how they started. But again, because we think, is it obvious to assume that we think they left or they were out because they thought what was happening was evil, was wrong, was bad? Or again, that they wanted to, that they thought there should be a ruler and they wanted to be that ruler? I don't know. Like someone said, you whatever we speculate, we will probably be wrong. But it is fun to think about. It is fun to think about. So again, let me go through. I think I had one more tweet pulled up that I thought was interesting. Yeah. So yeah, people are showing this, and this is the panel I was talking about that's been debunked from a different chapter. People are saying, oh, when Sanji and Zoro were, inspecting this ship, and saw this picture, this could be Lily. This is the one that has been debunked as not being Lily's ship because it's from only 200 years ago. And then people are still going on to say, well, I mean, it could be time, whatever. But I don't think that is that there's any connection. I could be very wrong, of course, though.
GDJ with a member comment.
La puta.
I hope that Eam isn't a part of 20 families, because why? What makes that special, different than the other families? Or different? What makes that special or different than the other families?
Like what makes them? If they're not a part of the 20 families. Well, I do like that. I mean, I do see your point, right? I mean, it is just, I guess, power, but like what makes them so different? We've seen Eam and we've assumed that they are, I get what you're saying, that they are bigger than just being a member of the original 20 families.
Yeah.
They're bigger than that. There's something more to them, that they are, because of their power, they are almost on the level of a god. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to jump over to the chat now, too, and see what everybody else is saying for a bit. Mehgan is having a talk with the producer right now. The little brother, this is from Great Kami 13, the little brother could have modeled the kingdom into being good. See, that's, you know what? The Great Kami 13, I like that a lot, because the burden was put on the younger brother. And it would even be crazy if the brother, and I know now I'm just like spitballing with almost nothing to back up what I'm saying, and it's going off the rails. But that original letter, like how do you know 800 years ago, like how do you know that was even, like what if that was altered by the brother? Like what if the brother, and what if we find that out in the flashback? Even if I'm wrong, that's going in my heavy is the head that wears the L prediction, because I think it would just be interesting if they leave. He's burdened with ruling. He sees this letter. He either tells them that it's from her, or she really did leave something. And he's like, I just don't want this to be our legacy. I don't want this to be, I disagree. And it's sibling rivalry. It's sibling rivalry between the two of them. And he wants to break that cycle. He wants to make a change. So he alters the letter. And we don't see that until the flashback, because we have to get a flashback about these events. And I hope we get it here, like in the next chapter, or not everything, but like
no, I know. I feel like I don't know. It was such a crazy ending. Like I don't think it'll just pick up right back where we left off. We might finally get to see the Straw Hats again.
God damn. I think someone said we might have missed a dono.
Oh, no.
Will of Davy.
Will of Davy.
Sorry about that, Will of Davy.
Oh wait, no.
You read this one?
Is that the sword one? Oh yeah, confronted. Yeah, I read that one.
It's wild out here being confronted. Oh yeah, you did read that one. Okay, just checking. But yeah, so now the giant straw hat. This is from Flame Wingman. The giant straw hat is so Emu can remember her ex Roger. I like it. I like
she
it.
Made a big one.
Right, cool. Maybe Amazon Lily came from the place where Lily got banned to. See, I obviously I like that too, right? That she never made it back to Alabasta. She did go against this union, this group that was formed, this new institution that was formed, the royal government. She went against them, and her life was in danger because of it. So, I mean, that would be kind of funny too. That would be so funny if she then went. She couldn't go back to her kingdom because she knew her life was in danger for going against them. So she went to this place called Amazon Lily. It was in the Amazon. It was an Amazonian type of land. So she was so pissed off at the men that did this to her, at the men that all came together to rule the world. Basically, she was like, "Fuck, man, dude. If I'm being banished here, and I'm the first person here, no men are allowed. And we're going to put that shit down, and they're not coming. They're not allowed to step foot on this fucking ground." That would be a cool reason for that to have like happened, or for that to have started to be a thing. Because if the Gorosei are as old, we don't know how old they are for sure. But if they're as old, I mean, she could just be, Oda could just be saying some shit like, when old ass men rule the world and rule
anything
bad is bad. Bad shit happens. And she was like, yeah, fuck men. I'm going to Amazon Lily. But yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, so I don't want to keep rambling for too long. I want to make, and we don't have the green screen set up or anything today, but I do want to make some predictions, some definite predictions. I have our list here, and I'm going to keep adding to it. I don't think anything was proven to be true or untrue necessarily, but I'm going to add some to this list. Before we get to that, though, we got a dono from Lenny Deadstock. Let's fucking go.
It's your kitchen.
Lily was replaced with Sora to feed propaganda and steal her story. That's why Amazon Lily has to go. Interesting. Amazon Lily then might get Lelucia.
Ooh.
And then that's how like Boa can come. I mean, Boa has so many reasons, I guess, to become involved, but
yeah,
I don't know, man.
That would be crazy.
Do you think it would change how you feel about it if when Viz comes out with the translation, if the spelling is different? Because we've had things spelled different before, right? Like what Laughtail, right?
Yeah,
was for so long.
Yeah, I mean Zolo
was Raftel or something like that. But do you think that if it's spelled Lily, the Amazon Lily connection is almost like cemented.
Changed.
But if it's changed to like L, because that's how you spell it, right?
I don't know.
Or how it's been spelled in the past.
I mean, I guess you could tie it in, but again, it's like why?
Yeah, but I mean, if that was where she was like banished, so that's what she hid, or that's where she went into hiding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Shout out again, Lenny, for the dono. TJ Bubs. What is the relationship between y'all two?
I saw someone comment here, Tess, saying that we're, what was it? They're siblings, cousins, uncle, and niece.
We actually have a lore episode. I think we've gone into it a couple
long time ago. I mean, that was on like your birthday stream, I think.
Like
it's 2 years ago, and you were just talking about like how we founded the podcast and how like we met and everything, and that was a long time ago. It's still up on our lives.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, we met a while ago, and when you meet somebody that is a fan of the things that you're a fan of, for me, I've talked about it, and I won't go too much into it right here, right now, but for me, it was always hard to find people in the real world who were fans of anime and manga in the way I was.
Yeah, same. It was always something that I like enjoyed myself. I had like a community later on, but as like a teenager and growing up watching anime, besides like my dad, who wasn't like into what I was watching, obviously, that watched like the OGs, but yeah, never really was watching like what I was watching week to week or like just binging series. That was just kind of my personal thing. So when we had met, it was funny because I like didn't expect you to have this.
You thought I was gonna have like.
I thought you were gonna have like L taste. Like I thought, you're like, oh yeah, like because you
like
had
no shade to DBZ.
No,
like I
no.
watched DBZ, but you thought I was just gonna be like, oh yeah, I love anime. Like, what's your favorite? And I'm like, DBZ.
Yeah.
I only watch DBZ, or I only, you know what I mean?
Or like, oh
no
yeah.
shade again. I love DBZ. I watched it. I went to
No.
go see a couple of the movies in theaters.
Yeah, nothing. Just like, oh yeah, something that I wasn't necessarily interested in, but like the first one that you said, like, or I said, what are you watching right now? And you were like, oh, I'm watching Promised Neverland, and that was like very promising. I was like,
at the time, I think I was reading it.
reading it, and I was like, okay. And then I've been like, oh, have you watched this? Have you watched that? Have you watched this? And it was just like a back and forth of like, oh, this person actually knows their shit. Okay, that's cool. And
what was kind of crazy is I, at the time, had always wanted to talk about these things on a platform, and because of like Mehgan's past, it made sense. Like, she had a good energy. She had done, performance-based things in the past. So it was a no-brainer. I asked her if you wanted to be a part of this thing without really like truly like super knowing her. Like we knew each other, but we weren't like.
Yeah, it was like we're like mutual friends. Like it wasn't anything. We weren't very close at all. I maybe talked to you. That was the first time I had talked to you for a long period of time, and then that was it.
And then we became friends through the podcast, and that's. So it was like we knew each other. We were acquaintances. We started the podcast, and then we became like really good friends because of it. So this is a little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
Funky D, Mehgan has a dubious past.
What do you mean? What's dubious?
You're silhouetted like that, dude.
Mehgan gave Josh the normie test. I really did. I was like,
She did.
what do you watch? What's up with you?
Damn, so Josh got quizzed by Mehgan. I mean, pretty much. I mean, I didn't know it at the time. At the time, I didn't know it was a pass or fail situation, but apparently it was.
It really was.
What the fuck? Sheen, this week's color spread made me do something sinful. I am regretting it now. Anyone else with me? Brother, it is okay. It is okay if I assume correctly the sin you have committed. God forgives all, And so
I'm gonna share that link to Josh's birthday bash stream with the lore.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah, I found it.
So if you just ask for his or her forgiveness, all will be made right again. Sometimes sometimes
we slip up. We're human.
We're human. Sometimes
We're human.
We can't help it. And the way Oda's been acting,
Yeah.
it's almost like
Yeah.
It's almost like he wants it. If you'd like to schedule a meeting with the pastor, Pastor Lucci.
Oh yeah, Pastor does do confession.
Yeah, Pastor Lucci does.
Okay, ready?
Well, Pastor Lucci is not here right now, but
Can you hone him?
I can't speak through him at this moment, but I will set something up.
Really?
I will set something up because he's Oh, you're gonna.
Pastor, I've sinned.
Okay, go ahead.
I've sinned. I felt I had some very indecent thoughts about this chapter. There was a certain character that I never thought I would see in that way, but he has risen. And he has risen something inside of me. And I just need forgiveness, and I need to get these thoughts away because I don't know. I just don't want to have those thoughts about this character and how he may or may not hold another character close to his chest. Okay, the pastor did leave. It's taking a long time to respond on the other end of the box. Kind of makes me nervous. I just need your guidance,
I'm here.
Father.
Describe to me your sin.
I had just envisioned myself in a man's arms. And I was I was feeling envy, and I was feeling lust.
Did you act on that lust? And describe to me in great detail the lust, the way in which you acted upon your lustful thoughts.
Okay, Pastor.
Describe to me in great detail how you acted upon these lustful thoughts. About how long you were sinning for. How long were you sinning? How long was the sin happening? And did you sin multiple times? Was it a multiple sin session? A session of sin that took multiple acts of sin to execute? Because it will affect the level of forgiveness I am able to give.
I can't say. I can't say.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, you still
Whenever
want
you're
me to
ready.
go? You still
Yeah.
want me to go? Pastor, I lost count.
Oh, damn. Forgive me for my mouth, Lord. Forgive me for my language. Lost count. Well, what the Lord does not lose count of is the times that he is willing to forgive. It is infinite. His forgiveness is infinite.
Mm-mm.
And I, Pastor Lucci, Pastor Lucci, as a vessel of the Lord, Jesus Christ, I need a reply.
Yes.
Forgive you because I too have committed a sin.
Oh.
I too have committed a sin, and I too am human, much like all of you.
Mm-hmm.
All I wanted to do was sit down and read the word.
Is this how confession works?
Yes, it is. It goes both ways.
You
I wanted to
say-
sit down. I wanted to read the word of Oda. And I opened in the first page. It didn't just awaken my devil fruit. It did kind of awaken my devil fruit. That's what I call my you know what. I call it my devil fruit.
Okay, Pastor, I
Because
think
when
this
it
is getting a little bit inappropriate.
Because when it awakens, I know it's the devil trying to sway me. And if the Lord can forgive me, then the Lord can forgive you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wrong sound.
That's a cool
Wrong
sound too.
sound.
Anyway, I will allow that other boy full of sin to return. I must go for now. but it
Thank
has
you,
been a pleasure.
Pastor. Little inappropriate, but it's okay. I didn't know confession, like you confess to the pastor and then he goes on to confess to you. I didn't know how that worked. I've never been there. I've never done that. But
Yeah, I couldn't get a hold of him. I didn't know where he was.
yeah.
Did he stop? Was he able to? Did he stop by?
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay,
no, he
'cause
did.
I was somewhere
No, yeah.
far away.
No, he did. It was
looking,
just
and I couldn't get a hold of him. So
it was just kind of a lot. Like
Well, that was good. That was nice. Huh? I'm glad he stopped by.
Thank you, Choco Taco, for the donation. By the way, thank you so much.
Shout out Choco Taco, my eyebrow doggy. They retracted a message. It makes me so curious. It makes me more curious.
All right, guys. What a great way.
Okay. We got. I gotta make some predictions real quick.
To start the prediction, Carter.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna make it quick, and all I'm gonna say is that I like, for me personally, it's probably gonna be wrong, and we have to make that stipulation every time we do the segment. The reason it's called heavy is the head that wears the L is because usually these are predictions are wrong. I am wrong more than I'm right, but I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'm gonna say Emu is 100%. I'm writing it down. Lily. I could be wrong. Don't give me I gave myself an explosion and you come in with the clown fucking music. Buggy's not even in this chapter.
I wish Buggy was in this chapter. I love Buggy. I love him so much.
That's funny,
Buggy,
actually.
Give me Buggy.
That's funny if Ben Dover said, if you get all the predictions wrong, you have to name your firstborn Charlos. You know what's more doable and is a more immediate payoff? What if I get like X amount of predictions wrong, then I have to I have to cosplay Charlos. Like I have to get in full Charlos cosplay and I have to go to a con.
Ooh.
Like go out in public as
You'd
Charlos.
probably get your ass beat.
I would.
Yeah, you probably would get your ass beat.
I would.
Wow, Spicy Kimchi gifted 2 Volume 1 memberships.
Let's
go.
I see that Flame Wingman got one.
It was Flame Wingman and Test.
Test got one. Let's
Yay.
go.
Oh my gosh, Spicy.
Spicy's just, he's trickling them out. He's bam, like singles at a strip club. Welcome,
Volume 1.
Chelsea, to the family.
Alexander R.
Chelsea was gifted.
Blade.
You get so much access to so many things.
Let's begin our class
Hopefully
today.
you
I'm gonna
enjoy
teach you
being
how
on
to
this
say
YouTube member.
something common in
Have
anime.
fun.
Japanese names that end with skate. First we got Sasuke.
I don't want to.
Ramon with a dono. Why is Charlos talking about cosplaying Charlos?
Oh, fuck.
What was that, Ramon? Oh, is that? I think there was a typo on your dono.
Holy shit.
Why is Charlos talking about cosplaying Charlos?
I don't think I've ever seen something more disrespectful.
That is the most disrespectful thing anyone has ever said. Don't make me unleash my rage on you alone.
Who are you, Macho Man Randy Savage?
I don't know. Okay, so that's my first prediction.
Okay.
How are you feeling? And I'm gonna put Josh.
Team is not Lily.
So you say it's not, but do you say do you have a prediction on who they might be?
I don't know. I think that Eam is not a real not like a human being. Otherworldly.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not otherworldly, but definitely like I am along the the mind frame of like immortal.
Definitely immortal, but it could be because the up fruit. Could be for a lot of reasons. Could be for another because of another devil's fruit. Could be because of time. Could be because of a lot of things. But I think we can. You're giving yourself a little wiggle room, and I'll
It's
allow
not
it.
wiggle room. It's just I don't know. I don't think it would be. I don't think it'd be that simple. I think.
I also want to make the prediction to say that Lily. Okay, this is going to be super wrong. But I saw someone else say in the beginning too. They said like Lilith. Just saying. I mean, we were just fresh off Ava, but Lilith being the like original Eve, Lily, especially if it's spelled the same way. I don't know, dude. There might be some sort of connection. There might be some sort of connection. But I will say that I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm going to say Lily. I feel I was going to say Lily was evil. Like she's not being controlled. She's not being controlled. I'm going to just commit. Fuck it. I'm going to commit. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to commit. Lily was evil. Okay. Or and evil is like what I mean by evil is like I don't mean like Doflamingo evil necessarily. Well, maybe, I don't know. But not a great person. It was her brother. It was her brother and her brother was the one that was the kind one. And her brother was the kind one. That's why the dynasty, as it's sort of gone through the ages, has been kind because of her brother, not because of her. And I'm going to put in quotes, maybe even altered letter. That's bold. That's bold. You got to give me credit for that. That's bold.
That is bold.
And I think those are going to be my predictions.
I'm still trying to figure out how Sabitito gets in the mix. How he gets in that room. You know?
Was he actually in that room for sure? I don't remember.
Because he's got stuff. He's got stuff to say.
Because did he see? Because yeah.
And if Eam doesn't care about freaking being seen by Cobra, he definitely doesn't care about being seen by Sabo.
That's not true because he killed Cobra. He didn't care about being seen.
Oh yeah, no. But did Eam kill Cobra, or was it one of the elders?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
And
it'd be crazy at the end of this. Sabo's like, I had to kill him.
I can't remember too if
he got possessed.
If they knew that he was on Lelucia. Did they know that he was there? Currently there? Like
because then
there?
if he yeah.
And did they think they killed him?
Exactly.
I don't remember the exact details. I need to refresh.
Declan said Eam is also very set on killing Sabo right now, so it makes sense if he hears something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's yeah. We got a donation from Rage One Piece. Thank you so much.
Damn, son, where'd you find
this? I think Eam could be the
this?
Hakuba of Lily. Cheers.
Oh, that is interesting. Why else? Not why else, because Cavendish could be his own separate thing. But interesting that meaning like Cavendish has that alternate personality. That could be very interesting. It could be just a one-time thing for one character, but I do like this. So are we saying then, if it is a Hakuba situation, I'm actually needing a little bit more time to ponder on that. I just think that would be fun. Like, that would be fun. I mean, we've seen it before.
Yeah. Ramona Villa with the donation. Why they would worship Eam if she was held against her will, Losh?
Why would they worship Eam if she was held against her will? I didn't say, okay, Ramon. First of all, I want to say this. You know what? I want to fight.
Whoa.
With, no, not want to fight, but I want to come back at you with love today. That's how I'm feeling today because, maybe it's still the pastor's energy in the chair, but I'm feeling forgiveness. So I just want to say, Ramon, I love you. Despite probably one of the craziest insults I've ever received, being called Charlos. And I will say, why would they worship Eam if she was held against her will? I, on my heavy is the head that wears the L, said that Lily was actually evil. And so evil meaning that she wanted to be there, meaning that she wasn't held against her will. So, Ramon, suck on that. How about that?
Damn.
How about that? And I do love you. And I like this thing we got going. You know, sometimes when Conrad can't make it, I need someone else to kind of rile me up. Only you can rile me up the way you do, Ramon.
Don Simpson with the donation. Thank you. I love these Josh Rages segments.
People come after me. People come after me. And shout out Dawn again. Good to see Dawn. So that's what I think I'm pretty good with that on my predictions. Eam is 100% Lily. That's what I'm saying. And Lily is actually evil. Her brother was the kind one, and potentially and possibly even altered that letter. Hopefully we find that out or see that. That's what I'm really thinking prediction wise. I mean, everything else that kind of happens. There's a lot of other cool stuff that happens here in this chapter. And of course, because I think the Phantom Room is kind of obvious, what that is. So I don't know if that warrants like a prediction. And Mehgan says that Eam is not Lily, and is not even human. Like, is something more. Is that okay to say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have that down. That is, or those are, I should say, our predictions for Heavy is the Head That Wears the L. Josh is cheating on Conrad. Well, Conrad, when you don't show up, where are you at? When you don't show up, look what happens. My eyes start to wander.
Damn.
My eyes start to wander. Ramon starts looking real good when Conrad's not here.
Damn. That's crazy that you're just admitting this. Like, you know these get played back, right?
What?
I like Sheen, too. Can Lily be Joy Boy? I do like that theory a lot.
You want to predict it?
Because it's like, everyone's like, oh, yeah, Luffy is Joy Boy. But what if, like...
I kind of want to add this, too. Eam...
I like that theory.
Was part of Joy Boy crew.
Alberto Roa with the donation. Thank you. Megan and Josh, would you FMK between Sabo, Ace, and Luffy? No Ace jokes, please.
No Ace jokes, please. Shout out Alberto.
Ooh. Okay, definitely.
You go first.
Okay, this is just how it's got to be. I have to kill Luffy. I'm sorry. I don't want to be with Luffy in that way. I don't want to marry Luffy. And he just he's the one that has to go. I would probably marry Sabo and fuck Ace.
That's a more?
Marry Sabo. Okay, I get that. Fuck Ace.
Yeah.
Because, like, let's be real. You know what? Let's be real. Would you really want to marry Luffy?
No.
Would you really even want to fuck Luffy?
No.
First of all, I don't even see Luffy like that.
I would be scared. I would be scared for my own safety.
Like, Luffy's the kind of guy that, like, just start, like, he's like to start smiling.
No, he'd be smiling and laughing during the whole thing,
and
it would not take. It would not be. Yeah, it would be. He wouldn't be like present.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be present, and I can't see him being like romantic with it. It would just be. It really does gross me out. It really does make me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
because I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it being like sexy or loving or like no.
I would 100% say, and I see Luis saying that the rubber body parts, though. You know what I mean?
It's no, but he.
And
I just don't think he would.
If you fuck Ace, you know, you might feel like you got some kind of STD or something because the flame.
He's a hoe.
Well, I guess Sabo has it now too, but not because he's a hoe. Not because
he's gone around or what.
But I would say the same. I would agree with you that I would. Unfortunately, bro, let's do it like the British do it. Let's do it like the British do it because Americans say fuck, marry, kill. The British version of it is like snog, marry, avoid. They say snog, marry. Who would you like to snog, marry, avoid? You know, and I like the avoid part because I just want to. In that situation, I would avoid Luffy.
Oh, okay, I do like that instead of killing him. Yeah, there's no reason to kill him.
And then I would fuck. Ace for sure. Hard as fuck, dude. Especially if it's only once before I get married to Sabo. You best believe I'm making it count. I'm making it count. Sabo gonna be on the fucking
Especially
down the aisle,
before I marry Sabo.
like he's gonna be checking his watch. Like, damn, it's taking a long time.
Bitch.
He's taking a long time. He's
Bitch.
like maybe he stood me up at the aisle.
You can't even. I don't even want to walk. I don't even want to be able to walk down the aisle.
That's what I'm fucking talking. I'm gonna be walking down the aisle. They're gonna be playing the wedding music, and I'm gonna be walking down the aisle like that. That's what I'm talking about. And yeah, I'm marrying Sabo for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Anyways,
Ramon. Oh, he's back. Ramon is back. I'm trying to help, but again, L after L predictions. I love you too, but stop producing so much L's. I can't help it. It's in my nature. My blood type is L. I went to the doctor. I said, L isn't even a blood type. He said, for you it is.
For you
it's coming up
is.
on all of our machines. Not O, not A, not B, not positive. You got L. You're L positive. That's your blood type.
Oh.
That's your blood type.
And sadly, no one else has it.
Yeah, I did a little 23andMe.
As hard as you.
23andMe. I come from a tribe called L.
A tribe called L.
It's like a tribe called Quest, but we just take L's. We don't go on quests.
Wow. Lubu Kill You, thank you so much for the donation.
Little poop emoji.
Little
I
poop
like that.
emoji.
I love that.
Choco Taco.
It's so cool.
Thank you.
La puta.
Let's go. I
F
love
Luffy,
Choco Taco.
M Luffy, kill Luffy because he'll probably neglect me and not be serious. Ace and Sabo, I'd friend zone. Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, we got eyes for Luffy.
Damn.
Now, in what order would you do that? Are you going to marry him first, or are you going to fuck him out of wedlock? Or fuck him,
Fuck him out of wedlock.
Is that what they call it? I don't know.
No.
Are you going to fuck him before
yeah.
you marry him, and then marry him? And then kill him?
Well, yeah, it'd have to be in that order.
Because there's
Josh.
it's just a question. It's just a question. What I'm more interested in is if you're gonna fuck him before or after you marry him. That's the order. Or are you gonna marry him? You're gonna be a good, because Pastor Lucci frowns on that. Pastor Lucci frowns on you fucking people before you marry them.
Out of wedlock. Okay, it's weird.
He wants you to get married before you fuck.
I thought he was opposite.
He's a man of the Lord. He he only likes it one way.
No, I thought he said and I need you to fuck the person before you marry them.
Because you never know. They could be bad at sex and you might second guess your decision. He did not say that.
I thought that's what was quoted.
Don't put words in his mouth.
Okay.
Don't put words in his mouth.
To make yourself feel better.
Yeah. To make you feel better about what you do.
It's how I interpret the script.
About what you get up to. LJ916, let's go. Have y'all got around to watching Castle in the Sky? The movie Joy Girl said inspired Oda when making One Piece. The connections are crazy.
Yes.
La puta.
I've watched it many times. I had the DVD.
I've watched it, but not since. And there was a period of time where I went through all those movies, but not since having our conversation with Joy Girl, not watching it through that lens. And even if I'm being 100% honest, the events of that movie are super foggy to me. There's certain Miyazaki films that I definitely watch multiple times, but I would love to go back,
watch it.
Short answer, no. Not since the Joy Girl conversation, but seeing it through that lens and watching it again would be really interesting.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony, for the donation.
It's
Thumbs
so
up.
cool.
Shout out Tony Mescuti. Thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up. All right, so I think we went through the chapter. We got our predictions. I'm super bummed that there's going to be a break week next week. It's hard. It's hard.
It's hard. We'll need the pastor's guidance and strength.
Yeah.
To get through this dark time.
But not only do we have an amazing chapter to hold us over, we have an amazing cover page to hold us over. And overall, again, these chapters have been so fucking insane. I really hope, what I really want is, I don't know how likely it would be in the next chapter, but I would really like to see, even if we don't get a flashback, speak more with Cobra before Cobra's death. I hope we stay here.
Yeah, and not just like find him on the floor. So I was like,
As much, yeah, and
it
I
might,
could- yeah.
it
Now that
might
when you just said it right now, as much as I
blue
miss
ball
the
us
Straw
like that.
Hats, as much as I would love to go back to Egghead, as much as I love every other place we've jumped around to, I really want to finish this, like for this to be wrapped up before we jump back. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, we still got 5 more years. When you think about it that way, I know it's been like boom, 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 but like we still got a long time before Oda can unleash these things onto us. You know?
Yeah. Ramon did say though that they really liked, or they hope that Emu talks like your impression of her. Lily. That'd be pretty crazy. Yeah. Especially if it's the Hakuba situation. Yeah.
And they're like, Lily's not here anymore. Like she's gone.
That's all Eam says
And
all
he's
the time. That's all Eam says.
With his little hands and like walking around and like tripping on the cape.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. What if you're right? That'd be fucking crazy, dude. If you were actually right about something, that'd be crazy. And A Beautiful Lie says, and I saw someone else say this too, Izzy and Thing, we have the anime. Beautiful Lie said, Zoro versus King this week in the anime. We really got to get back to reacting to some of those episodes because we know that the Sanji Queen fight apparently was really cool too in the anime. And so we got to make time to catch up and react to some more episodes because it's been a while and we do like getting back to that when we have time to get back to it. And I think that would be nice. That would be fun. But that is going to do it for our discussion on chapter 1084.
Yeah.
Thank you so fucking much. This was so fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us, whether you're watching it live, especially if you're watching it live. But even if you're watching it back later, thank you so much for clicking on this video, for being here with us. You guys are fucking amazing. Ramon, I love you. Everybody in our community, I fucking love you guys. You guys are, it's just like hanging out, talking to friends, getting to do that. About these chapters, getting to talk with friends about these chapters is so fucking fun. And it's the best part about being a weekly reader is getting to be a part of these conversations. And we're so lucky to be able to have these conversations with you. You guys are fucking awesome.
Thank you guys.
So yeah, remember before we go to like the stream, all that, I guess the only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes. Which today, chat or Mehgan, is something we could just say, Lily.
Oh, that was a bad one.
That was a good one. Lily. What if we just do that? That's good. Oh, Xavier said first time catching a live.
Hey!
Glad you can catch it live, baby. You don't want to miss out. Sure.
Suavecito,
It's fun later,
sabitito.
but- I mean, he was extra suavecito.
Cobra got huge balls. Ball. It's Lily's kitchen.
It's Lily's kitchen. I like that. Cobra got huge balls is a good one. Okay, so it's Lily's kitchen or something about Cobra's giant fucking balls.
Yeah.
Or something about Cobra's huge, gigantic, like heavy balls.
Oh.
Heavy is the head
that wears the
Cobra's
balls.
Yeah.
Till next time, he's got big balls.
Cobra dropped the balls. That's pretty good.
That's good too.
Because it's two meanings, right?
Yeah.
Like he dropped the ball by asking about the D and getting himself killed.
Yeah.
But he also like took him out and dropped him. Like in the palace. Just took him out and dropped him on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that South Park episode with Randy. When his balls like swell and he's able to like bounce on him.
Someone should make that edit, dude.
Yeah.
Put Cobra's face on Randy.
Yeah.
With his balls in a wheelbarrow. I want to FAs. Okay, so I'm stuck between Lily's Lily's Kitchen. I like it's Lily's
Heavy
Kitchen.
is the legs that holds the balls.
Heavy is the legs.
Lily's.
Yeah,
That's
the balls.
good.
Lily's, that's better.
The giant straw hat is for Cobra's nuts. And then he was just looking at the hat. He's like,
Everybody's like, I don't know why you assumed it was for someone's head. It's just
it's for balls.
It's for balls.
You idiot. It's for balls. You stupid.
Which
for
one do you like?
nuts.
It's Lily's Kitchen or Cobra. I do like Cobra drop the balls.
Okay, let's do a little
So you represent,
Lily's Kitchen.
Okay. and we're doing shoot, right?
Three, yeah, shoot.
And
1,
best
2,
of
3,
three?
shoot.
Best of 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, you beat me. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I beat you. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You beat me.
Yay!
It's Lily's Kitchen. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We fucking love you guys. That's going to do it. Let me make sure. I always go into my spiel before I have everything properly set up.
Spiel?
It's just another regular segment on this show, apparently. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You guys fucking rule. And until next time, it's Lily's Kitchen. And I wonder... My head is so heavy from taking all these L's. Taking all these